Old School RuneScape recently announced Project Zenaris, which are essentially private servers in Old School RuneScape, and these special servers give you the ability to tweak different things. You can make NPCs deal 5 times more damage, and also turn PvP on everywhere. They're basically giving dev tools to the player base and letting them create whatever they want. I think this is an awesome concept, and I'll definitely be keeping my eye on it. But this got me thinking, could this work with WoW Classic? Would Blizzard ever do the same thing? And even though the chances are astronomically low, I think it would be super interesting to give the player base dev tools and see what kind of custom servers they come up with. Imagine the Warcraft 3 editor for WoW. In this video, we'll be discussing the pros and cons of official WoW private servers. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Age of Empires is bringing the medieval RTS we all know and love to mobile for free on both Apple Store and Google Play, preserving its classic feel whilst introducing new gameplay and intuitive controls optimized for mobile. It has high quality graphics, amazing art, and wonderfully reproduced historical civilizations, architectures, troops and famous commanders. Age of Empires Mobile is fantastic for an immersive large-scale war experience. You can battle with thousands of troops on screen in a game that tests your strategic thinking and tactical skills. You can recruit over 100 recognizable historical figures, strategize with different troop types and commanders' skills, utilize the relationships between different armies, and work with allied players for the top of the Imperial City. I remember playing Age of Empires back in the day, so this is bringing back so many childhood memories. The game already has over 3 million pre-registrations and launches on October 17th. Click the link below to pre-register and claim your exclusive pack with code AOEMGL. First come, first served. The Warcraft 3 editor gave us awesome custom maps that kept the game alive for over 2 decades, even birthing entire genres. Without Warcraft 3 and its editor, we wouldn't have MOBAs. League of Legends and Dota wouldn't exist. And that's crazy to think about when you realise how popular these games are. And let's not forget that Warcraft 3 also popularised tower defense games. I'm sure many of you are just as nostalgic as I am for various custom maps created over the years. Even to this day, I find myself going back to play them. Even with the total failure of Reforged, people still boot up Warcraft 3 to play its custom games. If Classic WoW had an editor similar to Warcraft 3, which let the community unleash their creativity, it would be absolutely insane. I can't even begin to fathom all the cool custom servers that would appear, with custom quests, new zones and mobs, new items, new dungeons and raids, different playable races and classes, minigames. Now that I think about it, someone out there would definitely make Classic Plus with all those tools at their disposal. And the funny part is, Blizzard wouldn't even have to do anything. The possibilities are literally endless. I think the things people could create would absolutely blow everyone's minds. We would probably even get Warcraft 3 custom maps ported into WoW. Just think about how awesome it would be. Even though the chances of this happening is 0.001%, I guess we can dream. A big concern with official community servers is splitting the already dwindling player base. In 2024, we currently have Season of Discovery, Classic Era, Hardcore WoW, and Cataclysm, plus retail if you're into that, I suppose. If community servers become a thing, it could open up potentially hundreds of servers, which is great if you like to have a ton of options. However, it would split the player base drastically. I think realistically though, people would congregate to a handful of specific servers, and the rest would have extremely small populations. Splitting the player base away from Blizzard's official options is something they would have to consider, which makes the chances of community servers highly unlikely, especially because it takes the power away from Blizzard to plan releases and manufacture hype around their quarterly earnings. If you've been involved with private servers before, you'll know all about how power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Once you have access to the database and have the ability to teleport, give yourself gold cap, levels, and any item in the game, it takes a very special group of people to resist the temptation and not sell services for real life money. Even though having a set of GMs would be absolutely fantastic to squash botting, it would be extremely hard to earn people's trust and entice them to commit hundreds of hours on your server. At the end of the day, everyone would be volunteers and wouldn't be on Blizzard's payroll. Plenty of servers have died a miserable death due to corruption, and I can foresee this being a big problem on official community servers. One slight whiff of wrongdoing and the server will literally die overnight. You only get one chance, and once the reputation of the server is tainted, it's over. Drama ties in closely with corruption as an insidious killer. One moment you're enjoying yourself at level 34 in Stranglethorn, and then the next thing you know, the chat is being ruthlessly spammed with some ridiculous drama, which ends up scaring people away. In most cases, the petty drama can be ignored, but if for whatever reason a GM ends up banning someone, even if they deserved it, that person's guild will end up rallying in world chat in an attempt to kill the server. And this usually works, as most people will just believe what's being said, and everyone else won't want to deal with the nonsensical drama. In another example, maybe someone doesn't like the server owner or one of the GMs because they killed them in PvP 5 years ago, so they start spreading rumors of corruption. It won't be long until people jump ship for greener pastures. Even though I would absolutely love to see what the community would create, I think it poses way too many technical problems for Blizzard to overcome and would completely take the power out of Blizzard's hands when it comes to manufacturing hype for different versions of Classic and potential relaunches of Classic. Pair that with server drama, server admins selling items and more, and it could potentially end up being a total disaster. What do you think though? Leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching. TBC hype, TBC hype.